Hi everyone, it's Sue. Welcome back. It's day 6, I think it is, of Junk Journal Tag a Day, and it is bird today. So I'm back to the craft cardstock, and I'm going to try and do 4 tags today. So I'm going with inks again. I'm really enjoying playing with inks and different textures at the moment, so I thought while I'm enjoying it I may as well keep going. So I'm just going to use a few different stencils and put some modelling paste through them, and I'll have to pop them aside to dry. So I've left them sit to dry for a good hour or so. It's really hot here, so it dries pretty quickly. And I'm just using some bundled sage Distress Oxide. I sort of regret using this colour. You'll see as we get further into the tags, it actually, on the craft, it came up quite white looking. So I did rectify it though, and it ended up turning out all right. So I'm just sort of playing around with some inks, just putting on some different colours, just trying to figure out what I want to do with them all. So I'm just starting off with bundled sage first. As you can see with the tags on the left there, the more that the craft cardstock dries with that ink on it, it becomes quite white looking, pasty looking. Anyway, we'll keep pushing forward, and the next ink I think that I add is the Forest Moss Distress Oxide, and I'm just basically going through and just building up my layers of ink. Next colour I'm using is Rusty Hinge in Distress Ink. I don't have a Distress Oxide in this colour, so I'm just using the Distress Ink. It's a little bit drier than the other ones, but it still works quite well. So I'm just going to build up that layer, and then the last layer I'll use is Walnut Stain in the Distress Ink. So at this stage, I'm feeling like they're looking quite messy and ugly. That's how I felt about them. And you can see that bundled sage colour that's just really sticking out. I really, really just do not like that on the craft cardstock. It's a beautiful colour, but on craft cardstock, no, definitely not. Not for me anyway. So I'm just splashing a little bit of water on here to try and reactivate some of that Distress Oxide, and then I'll just wipe it up with some paper towel just for another bit of texture. And then I'll dry them off, and then we'll get started with our last layer of ink, which is the walnut stain. Okay, so I've dried those. I'm going to use some distress paint here, some picket fence, and put some splatters over the tags. Because you can see it doesn't matter what layer I'm putting over top of that, I forget the name of the colour now, ice spruce or whatever it was, I think. It's just coming through. I guess because it's an oxide and the others are just a distress ink, I'm not really sure. But anyway, I've learnt something from that. So I just thought if I add some white splatters all over the tags, that'll just sort of take my eye away from that distress oxide that is actually showing through. So I have a jelly roll pen here from Sakura. It's in white. So one thing that I have also learnt that the distress paint isn't a pure white like a white acrylic. So I'm just going in with this jelly roll pen, just putting in some extra white dots just to break down that distress oxide that's really worrying me. I mean, I know it's not that bad, but it's just, in real life, it's really in my face and it's not the look that I was looking for. So I'm going through and I'm just dotting with this jelly roll pen, and I'll do that on all four of the tags. So now we're finally getting to the prompt, which is birds, and I'm going to make some little bird nests with just some cotton from the sewing machine thread, And I'll also get some cheesecloth, which I'll just cut really randomly into small strips, and I will build the bird's nests that way. And as you can see, I've got some birds that I've fussy cut out there to the left of me, and I've got some greenery to the side there that's out of one of our monthly mystery boxes. So I'm just going to build a nest, and I'll show you how I do that. Actually, what I've decided to do is just back the tags with some coffee dough paper, because I've got ink and paint and all sorts on the back of them. And I also want to roughly sew around them. So I'm going to do that for all 4 tags. I'm just using a stick glue to glue them down, mainly because I am actually going to sew. And this just finishes them off, I think. It just really adds to the entire look. So I've sewn all around those, and this is the coffee dye cheesecloth I was talking about. So I'm just really randomly cutting. It doesn't matter if it's straight or crooked, just really thin pieces off the edge, which I will intertwine with that thread that I've got there to make the nest. So I've made all the little birds' nests. I think they look really cute. I thought I just wanted a word or something, so I had these specimen labels that I had made. So I put one on each of the tags, and I just think the colour just brightens the tag a little bit as well. And I ended up being really happy with them in the end. Just takes a little bit of mucking around until you get the look you want, doesn't it? Okay, so there we have day 6 done and dusted. I'm really happy with these. I think they turned out so well. Love the little nests. And boy, I'm going to have a good stash of tags by the end of the month, aren't I? So they're the 4 tags. What do you think? It was worth the effort in the end. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys. I hope you're getting a chance to play along, or you will make some tags eventually. So I'll see you on day 7, and until next time, I hope you get a little bit of creative time in. See you soon. Bye.